wrestlers, Cole Mohlhauser, who's battling right now against Luke Rada, a ranked wrestler. Nick Fine for Columbia, a ranked wrestler. 4 bids on the line, but Andrew Reall, 28th in the RPI, although unranked by the coaches. He's very much in the conversation, depending on how he fares here, or if he gets a top 4 spot, there might be a 5th in terms of at-large, depending on what happens here today. And at 184, there are 5 at-large bids available for the 33-man national tournament coming up.
I'm really looking forward to that. I always love the national tournament, and looking forward to being down in Philadelphia and getting to watch some phenomenal wrestling and a lot of these guys. So that's it's gonna be fun.
Well, I know the city of brotherly love has their palate more than satisfied in terms of championships being earned, but it's not going to be just the Eagles that are being crowned champs, because in 2 weeks there'll be 10 national champions in Division I men's wrestling. It'll be fun. That's going to be, in a sense, in the backyard of many of these wrestlers. As a high leg for Fine, trying to sweep the leg of Reall, who is again a Frenchman. Reall keeping that left leg free. Nick Fine, 26th in the most recent coaches poll, 11-7 in his junior campaign, trying to get control of the hips, but that left leg staying free by Reall. Cole Mohlhauser on that too has just moved on with an 18-1 tech fall. So one ranked wrestler moves on. We'll see if that's the case for Fine, who's still trying to get the 3 here with a minute left to go in the first period. And now he'll get it. That's just a good job sticking with it by Nick Fine along the edge.
Yeah, wrestling on the edge is huge, and you're able to get a takedown and go out of bounds and get a reset. That's a win for Fine there.
We continue to churn along in this first round. Again, 90 matches we have here today. It does fly by, Pat, but when you kind of put it that way, it's like, okay, well, between our 2 broadcast teams, one's going to have 50, one's going to have 40. It is a ton of work to be done here today, and we still have plenty of it to go.
Yeah, if you like wrestling, it's a fun day. So it's really cool. It's a great environment in here. Lots of support, lots of fans watching and cheering their guys on. It's always a lot of fun.
And what a weekend for Mercer County, as the MAC championships were awarded yesterday in Trenton. I believe it's now Cure Arena. I've lost track of all the names as a Trenton native, but what a weekend it's been there. Lock Haven won the team championship, and the MAC, as we end the first period, and the takedown by Fine the difference, up 3-0. Yeah, what a weekend we've had in wrestling, as the conference champions are going to be awarded. The brackets are going to be determined on Monday, and then, or I should say Tuesday, and then all of a sudden, come 2 weeks from now in Philly, the national championships. As a quick escape by Nick Fine within the first 10 seconds of period number 2 puts him up 4-0. They've moved along to 197. Pat, I mentioned earlier what the coaches they have to deal with. How about 2 Columbia wrestlers going on right now? So you have the 4-man staff is exactly split right now.
Yeah, that's you're always kind of looking back and forth, right? You're trying to see what's going on in both situations, but yeah, just a lot of wrestling, a lot of guys to get ready this weekend. So.
And again, we'll try to keep you up to date on results on what's going on at mat number 2. We want to keep our focus here on mat 1 for the action. But that is the nature of these multi-mat tournaments. Keeps you on your toes for everybody involved. Except obviously if you're the wrestlers. You're not worrying about anything outside of what's going on in that circle right now, outside of any guidance from your coaches.
Exactly. Exactly right.
Maybe you'll feed into the crowd a little bit if need be, but right now, this battle along the edge. Remember, that's how Nick Fine got his takedown. As a stalemate sends him back to the center of the mat. If you're Real here, what are you looking for to try to even, or at least get close to evening the score here? Hasn't been able to get a whole lot of offense going.
Yeah, I think you got to have some urgency here. With 30 seconds left in the second period, if you can get a takedown and make it 4-3 and try to get a ride out, make it a one-point match going into the third, you're giving yourself a shot. It's going to be really tough to come back with a 4-point deficit going into the third. So if you're Real, you just got to have some urgency here and try to, switch it up, be creative, try to, continue to create angles and be willing to score, and wrestle through the position that you're going to get into inevitably.
Fine really smothering him on the tie up high. And that's the thing, you kind of smother your opponent up high and you really don't even give them a shot to attack low. But the second period comes to an end. Real, obviously he's going to choose bottom, try to get that first point, but 39 seconds right around there, the riding time. So that means Real, right out of the gate, needs to get to his feet.
He got to a good position right off the whistle. He might actually wind up getting a reversal here.
Oh, that would be a huge help.
Fine's doing a good job just scrambling. And then if you're Fine, all you want to do is just get up over a minute of riding time. And obviously you don't want to give up a reversal because obviously that's going to start ticking it down. But that's a really good outcome for him in that situation, a stalemate there. Now he's got 56 seconds. Making it a 5-point match would be huge. Real has had some urgency, obviously getting up to his feet quick off the whistle, but Fine is doing a good job, wrestling on the edge, knowing where he's at on the mat.
Understanding the scoreboard. We mentioned all the mentalities or facets of the mentality a wrestler has to go through, but that low-key may be the most important. Just understanding how to take care of the score and the clock. Fine, doing all the little things right to move that riding time over a minute. So Drew Real, in theory, an escape and a takedown might not be enough depending on how far this riding time goes up. Of course, if Fine stays on top and rides out this period, well, that makes things the easiest possible to earn the victory. Real trying to crawl his way out. Reattached by Fine and out of bounds. Up next at 197, a weight class that has 2 qualifiers, so win to stay in the hunt. It'll be Brown's Thomas Sandoval, the 5 seed, and Harvard's Max Agresti, the 4 seed. Currently, Columbia's Joe Curtis, the 3 seeds, going up against Penn's Nathan Taylor, the 6 seed at the other mat. Fine staying on top here. Cleary, he has to find something more now as the riding time point is locked in. So that 5th point, so key. Real cannot win with an escape and a takedown. He needs more.
Yeah, really good job by Fine. Just stay focused, stay aggressive on top and just continue to work hard. Doing a really good job with these legs in, just making it really tough for Real to be able to wrestle through this position. Trying to finish this match on top.
So Nick Fine in short time looking to ride out. And Fine with the shutout is going to be facing Cornell's Chris Foca up next in a stacked 184. Foca, number 8 in the most recent coaches poll. Nick Fine, 26. He'll be moving on to that semifinal matchup, while Brown's Drew Cleary will try to battle back to get to that 3rd place matchup and punch a ticket to Philadelphia.
Yeah, nice, takedown on the edge here. Really good job covering the hips, keeping his feet in bounds.